We're going to start with the Coachella Valley Firebirds, who use some bird punts, have been soaring high lately in the past 10 games or so after hitting a little bit of a snag a couple weeks ago. They played 3 games over the past week. March 15th versus the Iowa Wild, a 4-1 win. Our player of the game forward and captain, Max McCormick. Cap Max, 2 goals, 2 points, a 2 plus-minus, and 4 shots against Iowa in that win. In the second game against those Wild, before I get ahead of myself, in that win on the 15th against Iowa, that win would actually clinch the Firebirds' playoff berth in the 2023 Calder Cup playoffs. So in their first year in the AHL, their first year playing, they got Acrisure Arena going up there months ago. Their first year here after last year, the AHL affiliate for the Kraken was Charlotte Checkers after they shared that affiliate with the Florida Panthers, I believe it was. Coachella Valley makes it, a bunch of talent on that roster up and down. I know a couple of them are up with the Kraken right now, even more so after today's news. But like Jesper Froden, John Hayden, Joey Cord, Chris Drieger, as you can see in the picture there, is down there with the Firebirds now. Ty Cartier has been solid. Max McCormick was an all-star. Riker Evans is someone I'm really excited about. Carson Tworinsky's been pretty solid as well. Luke Henman, the first ever signing in Kraken history over there in Coachella Valley. Even Chris Gibson, got to give Chris Gibson his props as another goaltender in that room. Obviously, with Chris Drieger coming in, it makes it a little bit tougher on him. They clinched that playoff berth that day. I mean, with Coachella Valley being effectively the second best team in the league, and they would be the top in their division, but the best team in the league and the first team in their division, the Calgary Wranglers, holds that spot. So, it was just a matter of time, effectively. But excited to see this. Coachella Valley has been firing hot. But before I talk more about that, we'll go into the rest of the games. March 17th versus the Iowa Wild, a 3-1 victory. Our play of the game, goaltender Joey Decord. Joey between the pipes, 36 saves and a .973 save percentage to keep Iowa low with that one goal, as the Firebirds are able to put up 3 in run support. See, I'm all over the place. It's a busy week for us. Goal support, I apologize, but they get that 2-game sweep over Iowa, and then March 19th versus the San Diego Gulls, who struggled this year, an 8-4 win. Our player of the game, D-man Brogan Rafferty, 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points, 5 shots, and 1 plus-minus. From that March 17th game, obviously that being St. Patrick's Day, wanted to show off these photos of the St. Patrick's Day jerseys worn in warm-ups by the Firebirds. Photo by Mike Zatek there, the team photographer for the Firebirds, and Captain Max McCormick wearing those off. I think the green works pretty well with those. Honestly, the gold looks nice on the C, and the numbers there, it doesn't look like a tacky gold. I think they did a good job with those, honestly. Sometimes these promo jerseys, these theme jerseys don't go too well, but personally, I think the Firebirds did a good job with them. So that wraps up. So the Firebirds over their last 10 games, obviously they're on now with the 3 games that they won there, they're on a 4-game win streak. And under their last 10, they're 8-2. 8 wins, 2 losses, no overtime, no shootout losses. That's the best mark in the AHL. No team is better than 8-2. There are teams that are 7-2-1. Like Calgary is actually 7-2-1-0. But the Firebirds are 8-2-0-0 as of last night. I don't think any games were actually played yesterday. So I don't think any are played today either. So they will stay on that mark. And they're riding high. I mean, they obviously clinched that playoff berth. I don't believe they're going to catch up to Calgary in terms of if they wanted to secure a higher seed. I will check that out right now. But I mean, they hit that lull a little bit ago, and then they've found their stride again. Oops, wrong. Oh, no, they could keep. No, okay, they're only 2 points behind Calgary, actually, so that's very much a possibility. I mean, Calgary's on a 6-win, 0 loss, 0 overtime loss, 1 shootout loss record. Yeah, okay. But yeah, no team has a better in their past 10 than Coachella Valley. So it's very much possible. that they can do that, with the season wrapping up here. I mean, the Firebirds are going to have some tough contests here coming up in terms of who their opponents are this week. If we're talking about if they can reach that immediately. But I mean, with Coachella Valley posting a pretty decent power play at 8th in the league, we look at their PKs, it's 13th. It's all right. But I mean, there's a lot of talent, like really solid AHL talent there. John, and a few of those players are up with the Kraken right now, so that makes it a little bit tough, right? But they've been playing really solidly. We'll get to team notes here. March 15th, John Hayden was recalled from the Kraken with his photo here by Live Lions. In response, the Firebirds recalled forward Luke Stevens from the ECHL affiliate, the Kansas City Mavericks. And then today, March 20th, we can try to get this out today. I say today. We're going to try to get this out. Yes, today. This is when we're recording it. Sorry. What was I saying? Oh, yes. The Kraken recalled Joey Daccord in an emergency capacity. So it's with that news we talked about on CSS on Converge, it's likely precaution with Philip Grubauer, who left the game against Edmonton on the 18th due to a non-COVID illness. It seems like that's obviously still bothering him, so they want to have Daccord around. It also means that they're likely trying to continue to get Chris Drieger more time down in Coachella Valley, continue to build him up, continue to get him back up to strength. Otherwise, I figure we would have seen him back. But so that's how that's going. Yeah. So Froden, Hayden, and Daccord are all up with the Kraken right now from Coachella Valley. So they're having a little bit of a fun boys trip in a way. So, but no, they've been, to go with a bird pun again, they've been flying really high, and they've been doing, 8-2 in the last 10 games is pretty damn good. And they're they're in striking distance of getting that, the top spot in the entire AHL. Wait, it could just be conference, but no, I think it is league. I was just there, and I was sorting by league, so I'm pretty sure it's by, we go league, point, nope, yeah, they would be the best in the league. They already got a 4-point barrier over the third-place team in Providence, the Providence Bruins. So, yeah, they very much could overtake the AHL as a whole, depending on how Calgary does, obviously. So with that being said, we'll look at the upcoming games for Coachella Valley to see what possible opponents they would take on to potentially reach that top spot in the AHL. March 21st at the Texas Stars with a 5 p.m. start. And then March 22nd at the Texas Stars is a 5 p.m. start as well. So a back-to-back there against Texas, who the Firebirds played a few weeks ago. And then March 24th at the Henderson Silver Knights at 7 o'clock. And then they come back home to Acrisure Arena to play the Henderson Silver Knights on the 25th at 6 p.m.